Hello guys, welcome to Zach Animate Studios, your channel number one for graphic design and animation. As you can see here, we want to create a pipeline of how we can create a both desktop application, mobile application, and at the same time an API for our application. So my choice of work was to use Ionic framework for the mobile application, and then Visual Studio for creating both the database and then the API. Also, we're going to use a database for creating that application. So what I've done, I've just created a folder on my desktop application called mobile apps, and then I'm just going to create the entire pipeline on this desktop. As we can see, when I write ls on that PowerShell, you'll see we don't have any application on it. So what you're going to do, I'm going to turn to CMD first, and then I'm going to create first you must install Ionic framework. I've already installed the npm that is Node.js. Just going to check if we are going to update our Ionic packages first of all, and then we are going to create our first application. So that is, we are going to create that mobile, it might be both mobile or desktop application depending on. And then also we are going to connect with capacitor. Also, it's a part of this. We want to ensure that all these components are working. Capacitor.js, Ionic framework, Ionic. So we are going to ensure all these pipelines are working. Capacitor.js, that is, we are going to test this application. So brace yourself, guys. Zach Animate Studios, it's going to be a very long video. I'm hoping it's going to be very entertaining. At the same time, it's going to be educative. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share with a friend. So guys, as you can see, we have just started. That is, we are updating our Node.js. I'm hoping my internet is going to behave as if this is the first time, and it's going to update itself. So my choice of editors is Visual Studio Code, at the same time WebStorm. Okay, WebStorm. So that is my WebStorm. Open up. Okay, yeah, that is the WebStorm. So first thing first, we're just going to work on all this. Okay, these are our choices of editor. It is telling you to all these functions need to be updated. We don't have to worry about it because I believe it's going to take a few seconds, a few minutes, and then you're just going to go with it as it goes. So we are going to have our entire project on file D, okay, on our drive D, and on a folder called mobile apps. So we have already installed our Ionic framework. Okay, so what we're going to do, you're just going to write Ionic start, npm Ionic start, just write Ionic start. it's going to give you a wizard. Ionic Start is going to provide you with a wizard. Do you want to let's say no for the time being? Then we are going to select our framework. We are going to use Angular, and then we are going to give it a name. We're going to give it a simple name. This name is going to be let's call it our mobile app. Let's say this application is going to, let's just going to call it a YouTube application. Let's call it a tour app, right? Tour app. So let's just give it a tour app, and then we're going to have with the tab menus. Let's just give it as let's give it with interfaces, okay, or side menu. Let's give it the tabs and side menu, or we just give it, so you can select either a blank, a list, tab menu. So let's just give it with tabs. I love tabs. I've worked with tabs and I really like the way it normally works. So as you can see, it's going to install capacitor JS core, and then we're going now to connect also the capacitor. We already have, in our application, in my setup, I also have Android Studio, and so I've already activated that Android Studio, the process of activating Android Studio and all the processes, all the you need to ensure the Hyper-V is enabled, so you can it's a working environment. I'm hoping everything is going to run as cool and as cool as possible. So as we install this Ionic framework, we can go back here, and then we are going to create our application. That is, we want to use Visual Studio. Maybe you are coming from a background of C#, C, Visual.net. So I have a background in C#. So we are going to create an application, but this one also is going to be very, very unique. We are going to create an application using a plugin called it is called Dev Express application. So I'm also going to introduce to you what we call Dev Express. Dev Express, and we're going to create an XAF application. It's a rapid development platform, which you can it's a rapid development application. So this is a .NET. Let me just open it up. So this one is going to help you create very fast applications, and we're just going to use XAF application, a cross-platform application. So basically you can still use it for both desktop, or you can also use it for web application or anything. So we are going to also to use this XAF application. So this is what we are going to design. So let's just hop into our Visual Studio, and then you're also going to create it, as we just want to do everything as it. So Visual, what we call Ionic framework is still installing, which is okay. So we can just, as we don't waste time, let's also hop and create application on. Let's create a web application, that is an XAF application on Visual Studio. So what you're going to do, you're just going to go, you're going to just to say create new application, and then we are going to start creating new application. So this application is going to be an XAF application. That is, we want to create our tables, our views, everything is going to be created on this platform. That is our classes of everything that we want. That is, we want to separate our mobile application, our desktop application, and then also our API. So this is the approach I'm going to use. Trust me, if also you are great, you have been in this industry for a long time, and also you think if this is a good approach, you can always comment on the platform, and then I can always hear your views. So I'm just going to select here all platforms. It is a C#. Okay, language, I want to use C#, and then I'm going to look for XAF. XAF, 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 XAF. So here also we can just type XAF. So it's going to give us an XAF. I'm sorry I'm using an older version, but we have a newer version, so I'm just going to use this one, XAF, Windows Web. This is C#, this is Visual Basic, so I'm going to use the C#, then I'm just going to say next. Okay, I've selected this one, so it's going to bundle up everything on XAF application. So guys, remember, we have Ionic framework, which is being still installed. At the same time, also we have XAF application, which we are also creating at the moment. So guys, it's going to be a very interesting video. Just we are going to now select the source, the place. We had said that we're going to have a specific folder, so we are just going to go to D, and then on the mobile application, right, that folder called mobile application, mobile app, we're going to select there, and then we are going to give it a solution name. We're going to give it we're going to give it to a main tour. We just give it a main tour. We're going to give it a main tour application, then just going to say create. This is where now the fun begins. If you just want to create a desktop application, a Windows application, a web application, or a mobile application, but right now I just want to use this to create the web version of it. I don't want the desktop version. Okay, yeah, I want the web version for it, but also it can still provide the desktop version, and that is what I really want for now. And then I click next. I'm going to give it a standard login, and then database integrity, I'll give it client side security. That's where I will I'll be able to manage the look and feel and everything, and then also everything will be code based. So next, I'm going to enable some of the features like audit trail, who access the database, and all those features. So I'm going to enable notifications. So these are the features of XAF. I need this one. I need to clone that if I need charts and all that, but right now I just also need the dashboard. I need the features that I need validations. I'll accept that, and then workflow, all these are features, and then the reports, right, like reports if I need to create some reports. Okay, so these are the features that I'll require mostly for creating this awesome application. So when I'm ready to set up everything, I will click finish, and then it's going to generate for me all those functions. for XAF. So I'll just sit down and relax as we can go back to Visual Studio, and then it's telling us run the command with the verbals. So what I can do, I can just log in, I can just use the Visual Studio code to update that project. So I'm just going to open Tour app. It is called Tour app, right? So it's going to be D, and then I'm going to look for that folder. D, okay. Mobile app, where are you? Mobile app, D, mobile app, 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 where are you? Reload. We have some features here, so let's see. It was called where are you? Okay. Let's just check out that. Mobile app. Okay, we are going to sorry. Hope my computer hasn't stopped. Let me just pause. I hope this okay. Let's just reload a little bit. I will cut that part. Remote desktop. I'm sorry, I'm working from a remote PC, so it might have those functions. I can sorry for that, but I will clean up the video. Remote. Okay, sorry for that once again. Sorry for that. We need to go to mobile app, not that one. To right D, mobile. Let's just check here. It's called the mobile app. Control C. So we need that folder. Okay, let's do this again. Open mobile app, and then you're going to we called it Tour app, and then you say okay, yes, I trust this, trust project. Okay. Some of the features these are just some of the things that are going to experience. Sorry. So let's trust it, and then we can open it. Okay, so it is loading the application. I'm using Visual WebStorm because it is going to help me load up those that are not loading up correctly. So guys, bear with me because this is live, and then now the goodness with the Ionic the WebStorm, it's going to go through that package, and then it's going to check and see if there are things that are there loaded correctly or not loaded correctly, and then it's just going to fire it up. So we're just going to write here on the terminal. So sorry. Inumoja, that is how we live. So what you're going to do is just going to type npm. Let's just use this terminal npm cmdi. So let's just use that, and then we are going just to paste it on this on our command line. Okay, on our command line. So that is what we are going just to add on the command line, paste, and then it's going to update it's going to update the packages that have not been installed correctly. So with that, our project is okay. Our files are ready. At the same time, our XAF project is ready. Okay, so we can test it out. Remember, on the development mode you can use IIS, because we also have IIS Express installed on this platform. So if you just want to test out this application, you just select. Okay, sorry, there is some text here I'm not able to see, but I'm going to. So here I'm going to ensure this project where the start menu, web, it's going to, okay, and now when we debug, it's going to start with, when you are debugging, you ensure this part, I hope my mouse is visible, where we have tour web is the one that starts the project, so that you can debug your application. So you just click on, hit that debug function, and then you will be able to see now your application being compiled. We have, so the most important thing when you're installing Visual Studio, you must have some of these applications. You have you have the database, MySQL database. You must have MySQL database installed, so that it can connect with the database. And also you will be able to see that maybe we might not have the services for MySQL is not yet started, so we must start those services. So you just go to services, go to your computer, services, sorry, let's just write services, open. When you open services, you need to open up MySQL service to start running. Okay, by default the Visual Studio can fire it up to start, but sometimes it's not yet fired up. So what you have to do is you need to fire up that service to get started. So as remember, we are doing two things at the same time. It's just telling us okay, suck out. Okay, some things are not, I think it's due to connectivity. We still have to run that again. That is internet connectivity causing us those problems. I'm hoping, so we need to check if the services also are running correctly. So ls, as you can see, okay, okay, here we are telling us unauthorized access. Okay, these are just many features for Windows. ls cmd ls PowerShell, PowerShell ls. Okay, so I'm just changing to PowerShell. Sometimes I keep on ls. It is going to give us the types. Okay, basically ls is list. So you see we have two. This is the tour app, and then now this one. So we just need to cd tour app. So I just want to make it so with that I need now to run this command. so that it updates those tools. So as you can see, our application has started, and then we have that application running on the background. This is the first time I'm doing it, not the first time, okay, I'm doing it. I've stayed a little longer without doing it, so some things might not. So we just have to check first. You're going to Visual Studio. We're just going to ensure that our service are running. I'm talking about my SQL service. You can see here. So we need to start that service. My SQL server. It was dormant, so it might not run. So we are connecting it with the database so that we can create a database. We can ensure that the database services are running from MySQL. As you can see, it might take a while if it is for the first time you are opening it up. So you might have those problems. Let's just close that. Unlike SQL or Laravel, you might be asked to configure these things, so you ensure that your ports are running correctly. So our services, database services, so most important thing is our database is running, and this database, so first thing you need to configure your database. So I had just fired it up to start. I can stop it right now. I can stop debugging process first, and then I'm going to configure the database, so that I want, when this application creates the database, it creates this database on inside the MySQL server. Okay, so the reason why I wanted it to start to enable the server, so that at the same time when I create now the database, the database is being created now. Yeah, MySQL service is running. So what you're going to do, we are going to the module here. Okay, we are going to open up this one. These are references, these are DLLs. We have not even talked about the DLLs. So we are just going to go to the config. Okay, the config file. Okay, the config file. So it's going to open up. At the same time, I've told you many a times, it has taken a lot. It has been a long time since I did this, so my computer might take longer than expected. As you can see, it is updating those features. Let's just give it a second. When it will be ready, we're going to fire it up, and we're going to test out this folder, this Visual Studio, we call it WebStorm is being updated. So we are going to change the connection string. So the most important part here is the connection string. So this is the connection, this is the test connection string, and it is being connected to a local DB, but I want this one to connect to a local host, so to my XAF database. So this is where I'm going to change that function. I'm just going to write local host. Okay, that is where the database is, and also the same time here, source, this line, change there, local host. Okay, that is good to go. You are good to go. So what you're going to do, you're just going now to close the web config file, and then you're going to save it, and then now we are now going to fire up correctly now our application to run. Let's see, it's still having some problems. So this name cache, socket timeout, I think it's my internet. but we're going to solve it. Okay, so that one is just going to be solved. Let's just try np Ionic serve if it's going to work. Ionic serve, I don't know why it has those problems, but we're going to see md Ionic serve. Okay, let's see if it's going to run the tour application first. If anything is broken on that on WebStorm, do you want to install Angular CLI? Yes, let's just do that. Let's do that so that it runs correctly. It's going to overwrite and then have the correct version. So we are still on the tour app on XAF. So what you're going to do now, our database is running, our server is running, so we are connecting this MySQL. It is connected to a MySQL server database. We are being told with okay, just dismiss that, and then it will create for us the UI for XAF. So this is going to be our database. We are going to have our database. If you want to create a very beautiful UI database for your own application, you can use this. You can use XAF for creating it. So let's see if it is installed that. So it is installing we call it Angular. So it is installing Angular on our XAF, on our Ionic platform. Okay, I don't know why it's taking that long, but let's just be patient with it. Let's trust it is going to behave. So with that, and also let's just look at, yeah, we have our welcome screen, Ionic XAF welcome screen. So the username is it's normally admin, if I'm not wrong. Admin, if I'm not wrong, and then there is no password, and then it's going just to connect to our database. That is XAF application. Okay, now this is where you can decide to design your database, your own database, your UI. So with this we have our own unique database. So this one you can host it anywhere in the world. You can decide to host it in Azure databases. Also we have, I can also test, okay, I don't have now that account, but pretty soon I'll have that account, and then we're going to upload this database on Azure database, and also see how we can upload this application. Either you want it to be on a cloud, you can do that. So by this time, what is happening on the background, it is, by the way, it is creating those databases. You can see we have our events here, and then a summary of what is happening. Let's just click on summary. You will see database creation, insert columns, all that. So it is just creating the database, executing those everything on the database. At the same time, we might fire up XAF. We can fire up our database. We call it my SQL data. SQL, let's just write SQL database here. SQL, yeah, I have SQL Management Studio here. Management Studio for SQL. So you can see it is creating those databases, if I can hold this for a minute, you can see the output. It is creating those databases on the event summary window. At the same time, you can see basically it is the ado.net execution function is really working on creating those databases. Going back to the browser, a few seconds it will load the UI. The UI also will be loaded. Yeah, it's still installing. I don't know why. Okay, we might also have to upgrade some of these things, I think so. And I think so some of my XAF application is very deeply depreciated. Let's just do this. I'm going to copy this. Control C, and then I'm going to add it on my PowerShell. I know I'm struggling. I'm pushing. Can't. Let's just do this again. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's see if it will install. I want that application to load. That is Angular application to load. It is taking that long. I don't know why, but we are still here. We have all the time to do this. So as you can see, we have not even started holding our I think I've loaded the wrong thing. Let's just go and call XAF SQL again. It was not SQL profiler, SQL Management Studio. This is what I wanted, Management Studio. As you can see, have you seen that? This one on the browser side. Okay, so we have our database. It has the roles and it has the users. So this is a sample XAF application. Okay, this is a sample XAF application. Application. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a data. Now we are going to add functions of, let's say, members onto this dashboard. As you can see, it's a very nice user friendly. This is an XAF profile. So this is the profiler, but we don't need that for now. We just want to have our database. First, we want to have our application running. That is Ionic framework to run. With all this network error. I think it's just network error. But also we have our XAF application running. So this is what we have right now. So we just have to stop it for now. I'm going to create now an XAF class. That XAF class, we are going to create a reference there on the modules, business objects there. I'm sorry, I don't know what I've opened, but we are still doing this. So we are just going to create a class. This class is going to contain customers, okay, and then we are going to see it being loaded on the screen. Okay, when we load it here, we are going to have on this where we have roles and users, we are going to have customers. Okay, that is what we're going to do right about now. Okay, so I think I've just loaded something here which I'm not so sure was about, but we're just going to do some creating of an XAF class. I'm going to close that. Also, you must also have a good computer. Trust me, you must have a good computer so that it might not load or close down on you. Okay, so what you're going to do is just we're going to create an object right now, a dev express class called customers item. So where are you? Going to use the helper classes there, we are into 40 minutes. That's good. Just wait, let's just cancel first. We want it to come out, let it load on its own. Let's check out on our application if it has already still loading. Oh my goodness. We are taking our application to the limit, right? Taking our computer to the limit. Okay, let's just take a look and see again. What? Let's give it a wait. Let's give it a wait so that it doesn't close down on us. Right, guys. Programming, it's a good course, and it's a good course on you guys. So trust me, you have to understand so many concepts, guys. You must also have in your background, you must also have several knowledge of things. Here is just telling me run npm run, so there are things that is still not working out correctly. Patience. I don't know why. I don't know what is happening right now. So you have to be patient also. You must be patient. Things are happening on the background, so it is running those functions. Okay, so there are traces of things that needs to be. So let's just do it again. Add a dev exp. Now we are going to create an XPO object. Okay, so that is what we want, a dev XPO object. And then this thing, we're just going to call it customers customer.cs. okay, customer.cs. Then just going to say okay. You see, it helps you grow. So coding, take patient, be patient. There are things you will see them happening, others will be broken. So let's just give it also. So this one, the tour application, we have just give it we have not pushed it, we are just looking at it right now. Trust me, I did it long time ago. I don't know why it's taking that long, but we are still. So as we wait for it, let's go back to our XAF application where it is creating for us. It has already created for us an XAF folder. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take some of the features that it has there, and then persistent table. I'm going to, this is persistent table is how it is going to look on the database. So it's going to be customers. And then this is okay. This is I'm also going. I think this one is going to be left like that, and then this one I don't need to use that. Okay, I'm going to leave it also like that, and then I'm going to remove that. I'm just going to remove all that is commented out here. Okay, so with that, and then also with that, you can go and read about it. So what you're going to do, I'm just going to change this one to be an XPO object. XPO object. I have some nini here, XPO object here. So with that, and then I'm just going to create now private string. Okay, now we are going to add the way to add now functions. That is, we want to add database tables. Now this, I'm calling it database the tables, the fields. So private string first name. Okay, first name, private string last name, yeah, let's just add the two, first name, last name, private string, email address, so that is just so what we're going to now create, we are going to create these three tables, that is first name, last name, email. So it will be public string first name, and then it has the get set. Okay, get return first name, and then set property value, first name, my first name, ref first name, value, just like that. I think it's like that. Okay, no, I don't know, have I messed up? Let's just look at so basically I remember it was something like this. If it's not there that side, I'm going to Ctrl X, I'm just removing it there, and then I'm going to put it on the other side. I don't know why I've forgotten, but I've remembered. That's the goodness of coding. You forget and then remember. Yeah, it is installing. Almost. Okay, it's still installing the Angular functions. Okay. We are taking also a computer to the limit. Okay, don't worry. It's long since I did this, so I can just close out on these functions. I'm sorry. Our computer, let it not break down, but it's a Core i5 computer, so it's not break down. It's a strong computer, my friend. Okay, okay. I don't know what is happening. Let me just basically it has taken me a long time to do this, so I think it's like going like a year or so. I've done C#, so I've just decided to remind myself on this, so don't give up. Yes, if you want to sponsor us, guys, you can also sponsor us so that we can reach so many, so that we can also have the energy to continue creating these applications. Trust me, it is live. We are doing this live. Oh my god, I had opened up this the MySQL Studio. So okay, can we just refer? Sometimes you can refer, by the way. Cancel. Let's refer XAF application. I'm going to open an XAF application to a right. I know this one is an XAF application, and then just going to peep and see how we create there are moments you are expected to refer. Okay, it's not wrong, it is not wrong to refer. So this is the app, this is the application, this is the node application, this is the tour writer. We just want to go to the module and see how, and then business object, we're just going to see how we are going to have a sample customer. So I'm going to open it up with notepad yeah, my computer is really a mess. Okay, it is really a mess, but we are patient, guys. So at the end of the day, we want to see what will happen. We want to have our Ionic application running at the same time. Let's try it again. IDE, whatever it is doing, depreciated you. So I think I will run again. I will install Ionic on this and then install it again, so that we don't go through the same hell things that we have gone through. Okay, let's terminate and then run it again, right? We can use that so that it just loads the correct okay, we are here and I want, okay, I told you I just have to refer the XAF. So this is how it looks like. Open with get set. This is the part that I just want to yeah, we are right. Set property value. Oh my god, my computer is okay. So it's going to be like that, and then all this is going just to come back like that. Okay, this ref okay, let me just cancel that. Set property value. Okay, let's just open it up again. My computer, it's very open with. Let's just give it a word pad so that we go faster. Okay. This is notepad, so we just need set property value. I just need this line of code, Control C. So with that, we're going to put it there. So set property value, first name, name, and then ref value, and then the same thing is just going to replicate for last name and email address. Private public string last name, get return last name, set Control Z, set get set property value, last name, ref last name value, and then with a comma, just like that. Oh, it needs to be that. Last name. Okay, we did something wrong here. Let me just repeat it again. Sorry. Get return last name, and then set, just like that. Set property value last name, set property value last name, ref last name value, just like that. And then I'm going to copy paste this one, so that Control C, and then I'm going to put for email. This one is going for email, the last one is going for email, return email, ref itakuwa pia email. Okay, so we have three first name, last name, email. So what you're just going to do, you're just going to hit debug. So we're just going to debug it and see if it has already come on the database. So at this point, this is a SQL server. You just need to connect it to localhost. It has taken time. I think it will take a long time, but it's going to build itself, and then but let's also take a look and see if our application has rectified and installed what it's supposed to. Okay, it is still working itself out. Run. I need it to work, by the way. I need it to work. Long time I've used Angular. Connect object browser. So this is the object browser. This is where the database is, what we call localhost. The name of the desktop. I'm sorry, don't hack my computer. I don't have anything, so don't hack my PC. It's just for development purposes. Okay, so this is Ionic. I don't know why it is not loading up, my friends. We need to test it out. So before even we go to Ionic, let's just first test this thing out. We must test it and see if it's working. So that is it. It's going to be loaded on the browser on the other end. We have to see it here. It has to be reloaded. Okay, I don't know, it's 3 years ago, so I don't know if there were some changes. I'm doing something that it was done like 3 years. This is a software for 3 years, like 3 years ago. Don't expect something new, expect something new or much better. So, and also if you have seen it has changed, also you can also let me know. Okay, let's just close this one first. I'm going to terminate it. I'm going to terminate my this one, so that I am going to allow WebStorm to work on it. What is this? Stop. Okay, I'm just going to stop all that, and then I'm going to do some rerun. Okay, I think it's rerunning, just to check. So this is the database on my server. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to expand on database. The database is called main tour, this one. So guys, this is what you do when, basically when you're working on XAF. So with that is the database that are being created and expanded. So trust me, today we are taking my computer to the next level. Trust me, this is not an easy job. Even the computer knows that. Okay, computer knows that it's not an easy job. It's not an easy job. The next 1 hour, I believe we're going to do this for the next 1 hour. We want to ensure our MySQL is running, our app is running. We can test it on the database is running, XAF database is running at the same time. Our application and our Angular application is running. So guys, be with me here today. Let's do this. and I hope the recording is not going to stop. You are 2 hours. We are still going strong. 2 hours going strong. 2 hours going strong. I don't know if, let me try to go live. I'm going to hit the live button, and then you're just going to say I'm just going to, so this one is live broadcast, this one is going to be IT stuff, education, privacy, public, category education, creating application, creating application using Ionic framework and what do we call this? Is called XAF application. Okay, so let's just that, and then next. So guys, we are live also on Facebook, web development, web and app development, and then we just going to go live. I'm just hitting my live button. I hope latency is going to be less. So guys, if you have not catch me live, guys, we are doing some videos on creating application, mobile application, at the same as creating an XAF application, that is our database. This is where we have reached. We started like an hour ago, and we are just ensuring that our XAF, our node application is working. I don't know, so I'm just going to try it again here. Okay, something is broken. Okay, let's see. Cleaning up, removing log files. As you can see, our XAF application, now this one is Visual Studio, and we are testing out creating the live XAF platform. So we have created some 3 fields on our XAF object. That is, we have created the email address, first name and last name, and I just want to show you that our XAF application, it's a rapid development application. As you can see at the end here, you will be able to see that we have, as even you can see on the we call it the title here, we have the customer, we have the first name, last name, and email address. As we can see, this part of, so this is what you're going to create, and it has the CRUD functions: first name, last name, email address. So that is part of the database that is being created. Okay, so that information is being stored on the database. As you can see, we can just reload from SQL Server, and then on the tables you will see that we have a table called customer. We have the DBO customer, and that table has if you want to view tables, so basically you can do this. You must have Visual Studio, and then you can also create now that application. So that is it. So with that, we're still working on this thing. I think it has completed. Let me just open up dismiss. I'll create a terminal here, and then I'll just write Ionic serve and see if it's going to work. We have taken this application to the edge. Let me see if it's working. Hope so, hope so, hope so, hope so. It is running. ng running. Okay, the above ng functions are not compiled correctly, so let's try it again. So I think some things are broken. Let's just see. Ionic, there's some parts that are still broken, so let's just cross that. We are going to npm. Okay, terminal. Let's hit that. We're going to install the packages for Ionic, Angular. These Angular functions, there are so many Angular functions that I think are still broken, and it needs to be updated. So we are here now. So our XAF is running. We need now to ensure that our application is running too. So let me see, let's debug this thing. Part of being the application is to debug. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to npm cache, and then I'm going to delete these log files. I'm going to delete cache, Control C. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to that folder, and then I think I should delete these cache folders, these errors that are here, so that we can replay it again. Then we don't have those errors, a lot of errors that you are experiencing. That's how I normally I debug those errors. Sometimes the caches carry a lot of unwanted functions. You can also delete that. Then we update our npm, right? Okay. Yeah, things that are broken. So basically, when you're doing programming, also you have to be patient. Patient is key. Let's just look at my Facebook and see what is happening there. So guys, this has just been a follow-up catch-up video. Started like an hour ago, and we are just that's good. So guys, I've deleted those things, and then what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to do some Ionic install first. I'm going to do the Ionic installation first. So I'm just going to copy this npm, that one, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to run that again. Okay, so I'm going to update. I don't know if my node is fine, but I'll ensure that it is fine, is up to date, my node functions, that is. Sometimes also, if you have problems with your node, you can always look at it and ensure that it's working fine. So guys, we ensure that it is working fine. Okay, so let's get back to business. I don't know if it's not going to work, but I expect it to work. We have just created now our XAF application. We just want to ensure that our Angular Ionic part is now working as expected. So that's it. We are installing the Ionic framework. I've been having the first instance, we have been having problem with the installation part, but right now let's just update it and see. I've just removed those unwanted cache files, so I'm hoping it's going to work. So also, so not so many people have been doing this, so we just have to ensure that it is working perfectly. Also, we are just giving feedback to Ionic guys. This is the errors that you are getting when installing Ionic, how long it took. That is now the code that is going to ensure that our Ionic is running perfectly. That is functions for Ionic. With that, I told you what you're going to do. We are going to ensure that what is that is happening? Okay, CMDI. Okay, let's do that. npmi. So we just want to install Ionic to run. Why is it doing this? Okay, if it's not working correctly, we're just going to delete it and then do it again. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to close this one, exit, close that, and then we are going to our folder. Just going to our folder, mobile app, tour app. We're going to delete it, and then you're going to create a new application, just because it has errors, man, and it's bad. It's bad. Long time, man. Ionic framework, man. What's happening? It's poor implementation, man. Let me see also if I have the latest Node.js. Node.js. Let's have the latest Node.js, guys, so that the application might run correctly. So we're just going to download that and ensure it is running as swift as possible. Wow, that file was that big. So let's just download it. Node.js, save. Okay, there. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my save button. Okay, so that we have like so we ensure that the application is running correct. So at this point we're just going to we have stopped. We have our tour application, that is XAF application running. We just want to have now our node working correctly so that we can install Visual, that is XAF, that is Ionic framework. So that is just what we're going to do right now. Ensure it is running correctly. So we just want to have so the way to go about it is at this point I'll just create. I'm just going to use terminal. Here terminal, click on terminal. At the same time as it installs, let's ensure that it is working correctly. So you might have problems at the same time. As you can see, I'm getting the same kind of problems, but I'm hoping it's not a big deal. The aim of this video is that we have a working application. So with that, that is what we want. Our node to be up to date, and then also before I run creating an application with a node that is in Ionic framework. So that is what we are doing right now. So guys, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel. Hoping guys you are going to learn something new, creating your own mobile application, at the same time creating a desktop application, that is so guys, this is Zach from Zach Anime Studios, your channel number one for animation graphic design. So remember to subscribe. Just support us by subscribing. What have I seen? Bug node, yeah, that's fine. So let's install that. Let's update that functions. Those are the functions that we are updating right about now, guys. So give us some love, give us some support, be with us, guys. I hope there is no drop down in frames, guys. Wow. Are testing out creating the live X. Let's ensure that it's still working. So guys, XF man, XF platform. So we have created some good. What's happening? Node. What's happening, my friends of Node? Friends for Node. Okay, let's close that one. I hope there's no problem. Guys. Node, you're not performing, man. I had to update this. Yes. Yeah, updating the components. Okay. Updating the components. Okay. So we are going back to our terminal. After installation has been done, we're just going to create now that application as quick as possible. Okay, so Angular. I've been using like Laravel for the longest time. I think it's taking so much time and it's too big. Ionic, your setup is too big, and it's too big, and it has problems loading on Windows. That is the feedback I can give. Okay, so let's do it again. Ionic start, no, okay, Ionic start, CMD, that's no problem. Ionic start. Do you want to create no, let's just use Angular, and then we're going to give it tour. Let's give it a name like tour. Let's give it one name, tour app. Okay, sorry, it's not okay, tour app. Then we're just going to give it like a blank. Okay, let's give it blank. Just want it to go fast. We had installed other platform that it was taking like forever, so let's just go with the blank so that we can see how fast it's going to install. Patience brothers. You can also go home. How are you guys? And then you come back for a coffee break. Guys, if you want to know this setup, I'm using Prism Live Studio. Must have good light, like I have floodlight, and then also some green screen. It gives a beautiful setup for your live streaming. Cheers to Prism Live Studio. I appreciate for the good work, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Why is it? Oh God. I hope we still don't have the same problems that you're having. Let's install it. Just still installing. Patience. We can now write just WebStorm. As we wait it's install, we're just going to connect it with WebStorm as it installs. Capacitor JS. Oh God. Patience, my friend. We are there. We are there. The video will not end unless we have a working Ionic framework. That will be the best service to ourselves, right? We can test internet speed. Okay, let's just test internet speed and see if it's perfect. Speedtest.net. Guys, I need to talk to somebody. Okay. Okay, go. Open. Just going to give wow. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Okay. Somehow it has installed that first, so let's just ensure that this thing is working. So trust me, when we updated the node version, I think it accepted some of these functions. So I hope it's going to install faster, and then we are going just to start testing out. We have to make it ensure that it's running. Our mobile application is running, so that the next time we ensure that we have a complete pipeline. Okay. And I see that it has taken quite some time, 1.5 hours, which is not bad if you know how to configure systems. So basically this is how you set up your application. Wow. Errors, 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 network error. So okay, Control C. Let's just do that again, not that way. ls cmd ls PowerShell. No, I'm changing to PowerShell first. I just want to ensure that it's working. ls, I need to see which okay, I need to cd to a app, and then I need to run that one. Okay. Please, that's the problem I'm having. Windows. Visual Studio. No, this is what do you call this? This one is Ionic framework. Guys, I'm having the worst experience for today. Okay. Yuck. Okay, we are having the worst experience today. npm dot cmd I. I don't know why. I don't know why, my friends. In the next 10 minutes, if it's not going to do it, we're going to end the video, but we'll connect to the next video, guys, after I've sorted that magnificent error. Okay. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to run this as an administrator. Run as an administrator. And then see if it's not going to change, then we have a problem. We'll conclude it is a bigger problem than it can handle. So cd d. Okay. cd c. Okay. Best way to do it is come here, Control C, cd, and then provide the path cmd cd cd. Okay. How do you change directory? Okay, you need to do this as an administrator. Guys, I'm going to stop this video and then we're going to come back. I'm going to sort out that error and then we're going to continue with the video. Guys, thank you for connecting with us. May God bless you.